Hi guys, Gina here again from Destination Baby and Kids, and super excited to go over another new NUNA product for the very end of this year. So moving into 2026, we're going to be looking at the PIPA Urbn Flex travel system, but we're also just going to be talking about the Flex in general, which is a very cool product. We're going to compare it against some other stuff. So if you haven't yet, go ahead, like, follow, subscribe. If it makes sense to share this video, share it away. Sharing is caring. Also, if you learn from this channel and want to show support for this channel, the best way to do that is head on over to my website, destinationbabykids.com. I'm a real brick and mortar store here in the greater San Francisco Bay Area. You can buy everything best for baby directly from my website. But again, the more that people purchase after learning from this channel directly from me, the easier it is for me to make this kind of content to be helpful for you guys. And for all the people that have already purchased from me, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I love my supportive community. You guys are awesome. So again, destinationbabykids.com. You can see books, toys, clothing, strollers, car seats, cribs, dressers, gliders, swimwear, everything best for baby. Head on over there. And remember, if you like this channel and are learning from this channel, buy directly from the website. Okay, we'll see you once we start the video. All right, guys, let's launch into the Flex Urban Travel System from NUNA Baby, which is this beautiful black carbon fiber stroller and car seat that you see going on right here. So why I have a Doona next to my Flex Urban Travel System is that this Flex Urban Travel System acts very similarly to this Doona, but just significantly more intelligently. So let's talk about that. Some of the things that are very limiting on the Doona is that, first of all, it's not a stroller. I don't care what people tell you. I don't care how they advertise it. It is a car seat with wheels that are not removable, okay? Why does this matter? If you're talking about making a stroller and a car seat purchase, that is something that will probably last you for like 5 years because you're gonna be using the stroller aspect of it well beyond first birthday. Doona is sort of a 1-year product because the physical length of the kiddo that's allowed to be in the seat is going to be 32 inches. The other thing is that there's a plethora of stuff about this that's just very difficult for consumers after they buy it and start using it that they'll start to complain about after they have it. So the things that are most frequently complained about on this little car seat with wheels are going to be that it has a short handle height. So this handle height is not adjustable up any taller. You're looking at about 37 inches or 38 inches on the handle height here. There is no lower basket. So there's nowhere on the product where we can keep items other than hanging a bag on it. And then my biggest gripe is the overall weight being 17 pounds. But not only that, it's the usage aspect of it. So yes, it's 17 pounds. Let's pretend we have a 10-pound child in there. That puts us at 27 pounds. Now, I do work out. However, I think it would be very annoying every time I want to put this into my car. I would need to lower it to the ground level and then lift 27 pounds up into my vehicle. The other thing that's going on here is that if these wheels are dirty, I'm putting this filthy, dirty wheels all in my vehicle, like on my leather seats. Maybe I have a nice fancy car, that type of thing. So there's a plethora of challenges that come with Doona, and typically people give up on this product. Like we see them come in to buy another car seat and another stroller, usually around 4 months. So I get that it could work for a full year. Well, my husband's gonna be doing most of that anyway. Like that's not a way to live your life and plan. If you're on your own, lifting a 17-pound car seat that has wheels that don't remove is probably not the smartest way to execute what this is going for. So if we wanted to talk about a smarter execution, this Flex Urban Travel System is the smarter execution, okay? There's a number of companies that do this, so this isn't exclusively unique to NUNA, but this is one of the best executions of this that's come along in years. So what we're talking about is that the car seat itself weighs about 7.5 pounds, holds 29-inch child, holds a 30-inch baby. This is also a baseless car seat with rigid latch attached to the base, whereas the Doona, we would have to use the seat belt if we took it and put it in a taxi. Here we have the rigid lower anchors to hook up into any car. So there's never a need for a base with this guy. You'll go ahead and remove it. And so again, this is like 7.5 pounds, but here's the other part of this. I'm not picking it up from the floor. The idea of lifting like 30 pounds up and putting it into a car, do you know how strong you have to be to do that type of pendulum lift? If you can do that, I'm really impressed. You know, good for you. You clearly lift. However, I don't think for most new parents they think about that, so that's something I'd really want to point out, especially if you've had a C-section. Lifting from this position is going to be 1,000 times easier than bending all the way over to the ground. So speaking of sort of this one-handed, easy, super lightweight lift, the frame itself weighs 10 or 11 pounds. I can also put it on my shoulder if I need to, you know, grab a diaper bag or be holding the hand of a toddler and still going with my newborn and my stroller. And so this is my whole point with this. This is a stroller. I understand right now it's a glorified frame with a car seat on it. And let's talk about this glorified frame. Because if we're gonna keep things lightweight, let's talk about the carbon fiber, leatherette handle. But the fact that this is made of carbon fiber is actually a pretty sweet step. It's gonna help with the strength of the product, and it also helps keep it lighter weight. So that's pretty incredible. The overall width of this is also wider than that DOONA's wheel set. I'm not saying the car seat's wider, I'm saying the stroller portion's wider. Why would that matter? A wider wheelbase is going to feel way sturdier when you have weight in it. So that wheelbase, I did measure it, is about 25¼ inches wide. And the other really cool thing about this guy, unlike that DOONA that we were looking at, is that we have height adjustable handle. So we're gonna have 3 different handle heights. We have 37, 40, and 42. Another very cool thing about this NUNA is that it has a sandal-friendly brake. Super nice feature. Guess what else? There's a basket underneath. Yay! And this basket will hold 22 pounds. You heard me correctly. The basket holds 22 pounds. That's nearly as much as the car seat holds. And so you're thinking to yourself, like, that's a lot for just like a little snap and go that just kind of works with the car seat. Well, guess what? It's more than that. You can buy this as a travel system like the way you see here. Travel system pricing on this guy is gonna be $750. But let's say you already owned a NUNA car seat or was gifted one from somebody else. It would not have to be that specific NUNA PIPA. Any NUNA PIPA will clip on to the adapter that's included in the purchase price. So you do get the ring adapter included when you buy it, which is awesome. And if you wanted to just buy the frame on its own, it would be $400. So let's talk about that. Frame is able to be purchased just all by its lonesome. We can use the car seat with it. The frame will come with the adapter, but we could also buy a bassinet to click on here. You could do the Triv or the Swiv bassinet, and that will clip directly onto the stroller frame to give you a lie flat recline if you didn't want to use car seat exclusively for those first 3 to 4, 5 months. Now, what's super exciting is that when you are ready, they make a stroller seat that will clip onto your frame. This seat is, I'm pretty sure, only available in black. This is not black, as you can see, but this is to demonstrate how this product grows as your needs change, right? Because you're not gonna use the car seat forever. Once that baby gets past that 29 pounds and 30 inches, far more likely to hit 30 inches than 29 pounds, or excuse me, 29 inches than 30 pounds, they're gonna get to the height before they get to the weight. But once they grow out of that seat, usually around, you know, a year, you would need to use something else on this frame anyway. So we're gonna be able to use a stroller seat. This seat is gonna retail for $275. This is a tremendous value because you have the snap and go frame, you've got the car seat adapter, and now you've got the stroller seat, and you're looking at a $675 price point. 4, 5, 6, yeah, $675 price point. That's crazy. This is gonna fold up exactly the way that we've seen these products fold up before. And guess what else? This seat is an all-season seat, meaning that it'll have a liner, it'll have the ventilated backrest, which is fabulous. It's gonna have the magnetic buckle that we're used to with NUNA. It'll have an adjustable foot plate. It will also face both directions. So you can have it caregiver facing or facing out toward the world. So if you had your heart set on a Doona, but you just think it's foolish to waste the money on it, I don't disagree with that sentiment. And I think what's really nice here is now we've got options to be able to grow with our family depending on what we want to do. So this is a very exciting travel system. If you are looking for lightweight, you are looking for easy, you just want it as simple as possible and can grow with your family, this is going to be a really nice option for you. It is available on my website, destinationbabykids.com. You would want to check out the Flex Urban Travel System, or you could just check out the Flex, which is the stroller frame with the car seat adapter on its own. Stroller seat is also available for pre-order on my website right now, destinationbabykids.com. So if you're kind of like getting into this build to grow and you're like, I want the Doona, but not like that version of it, I'd prefer it to have the wheels be removable, have a basket, have a height adjustable handle, and have the opportunity to grow with my family, starting with a bassinet and then moving all the way to stroller seat. You will get that with the Flex. So very exciting product. Head on over to destinationbabykids.com. You can definitely purchase it, and feel free to check out my videos comparing this guy to other build as you grow strollers that have sort of been hot for this last year.